Hey everyone, welcome to my first ever YouTube tutorial. I'm entering into the Nyx Face Awards, and for the contest I decided to do a makeup look on the beautiful monster, also known as Medusa. First thing, you gotta get your skincare going on, so I got some serum, moisturizer, eye cream, and then I'm sort of going in and tapping in a primer. And now the next step is to go in with some green cream face makeup. I'm just kind of tapping it in with buffing motions with an airbrush finish brush. Really just get the green everywhere. Really blending it in on my neck as well. You want to make sure you get even behind the ears. So now I'm just taking some of the NYX Pro Foundation Mixer in white and applying that to the high points as like a highlight. So I kind of mixed a bit of the green and then I'll go in, you'll see again, I'll go in and add it right here, just with some white by itself to add more highlight. So just buffing it in with that same brush. Now I'm going in with some of the black face makeup. It's a cream as well, and I'm just taking a flat brush just to place it first. Making sure I contour the cheekbones, go around the hairline, just really sculpting the face right now. I noticed that I do a really awkward duck face when I film myself. So I'm also going underneath the jawline as well, just to define the jawline and even the neck a little bit, just because, I mean, Medusa's like got snakes going on, so I wanted to kind of give that snaky vibe in the neck. Just amplifying the contour color a little bit more and just blending it out more with the flat-topped foundation brush. Now I'm kind of going in with a green powder eyeshadow, and I'm just kind of adding it to the contours a little bit, just to add some more dimension to the face. So you can kind of see like top of the forehead there on each side, and then a little bit under the cheekbones, just to carve the cheekbone even more. A little bit back into the neck. Making weird faces apparently again. And now I'm going in with the NYX Primal Colors. This is the Hot Yellow. It's like a face powder, and it's gonna give me a little bit more highlight. Of course, like a snake would have a yellow highlight. Not that Medusa's a snake. Now I'm just going and blending everything in a little bit more, adding more cream to the top of the lids, and then powdering the eyelids. Now I'm going in with the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Milk, and that's going to be used as my eye primer, as well as like using it almost as like a cut crease tool. So just really sculpting that shape on the eyelids, and adding a little bit of that as a highlight as well on the nose, just to amp it up even more. It's a little bit more opaque than the liquid product that I use, so this will just give that more opaque highlight effect. So now I'm just going in with a NYX Pigment, the Dramatic Chromatic Eyeshadow in yellow, and that's just gonna add kind of like a metallic yellow on the lid. Now with my finger, I'm just going to take some of the NYX Prismatic Shadows in the color Venom. How fitting, using Venom for a snake-like creature. Tapping that above and below the brow bone as a highlight. Now I'm just taking a liquid liner with a fine tip, and I'm just going to carve out my brows just to give a bolder effect. I find doing one side and then doing the other side keeps it more symmetrical. So I kind of outlined the brows, and now I'm kind of going in and doing like line work, kind of like a cross-hatching effect. And now I'm just gonna go line the lids. I already have it mapped out, which is kind of nice, so just following the shape that I made with the jumbo pencil. And then what I do on one side, gotta go back and do the other side. Now I'm just lining on the top of the cut crease with that liner. So here I'm kind of just going on the bottom outer corner of the liner and connecting it inward below the eye, sort of, to almost add like a cut crease on the bottom, if that makes any sense. Now I'm just taking with my finger a NYX pigment in the color Vermouth, and this is just going to be tapped kind of underneath that bottom liner, and then a little bit into the forehead as well. Pigment, this one's nice because it's going to add a little bit of like a different type of green into the face, just so that it's not all like two-toned. So here I'm taking another NYX pigment, and this one's in Diamond, so it's super sparkly, and I'm just going to put that in kind of like the high points of the face again, so the nose and the cheekbones. Now I'm going in with another pigment. This one is the Dramatic Chromatic Eyeshadow Pigment by NYX in the color Key Lime. It's kind of like a lime green yellow color. And just going right underneath the eyes with it. And I'm kind of feathering out the top of the brows too with that, just to make sure it's kind of like softened. So in ultra fast motion, I just did some scales with the liquid eyeliner pen. Now I'm just tightlining the top and bottom of the eyes with the gel eyeliner pencil. And then curling the lashes, adding some mascara to the tops and bottoms. Now I'm going in with the NYX Wicked Lashes in Drama Queen. I mean, I put lashes on my fingers. Lots of people use tweezers, but I mean, I feel like my fingers do the job just fine. Now I'm going in and adding a bit of gems to the forehead, kind of like a scale effect. So I started off with some like silvery gems, and then I went in around the silver ones, and I'm putting like a translucent pink holographic type gem on the outsides. And then you'll see I'm going to put some black ones just kind of over the brows and then right above the brows in the inner corner there. And then I added a little bit of those black gems to the bottom of the eyes and a few silver gems. And then also at the top of the cheekbones, I'll be adding some gems. More gems. Gems, gems, gems. After adding the gems, now I'm just going in with it's like an airbrush paint basically. It's like a neon green color. So I'm going to create some scales sort of around the gems. So I started off with the green, and I'm doing that in the forehead and then also on the cheekbones as well. Kind of overlapping the contour a little bit to add like almost like a stencil-y look, but more natural. And then also kind of going into the chin with that as well. And then once the green is on, I went in with the same sort of formula, and this is a yellow color. Also going above the brows and kind of highlighting before I get into the highlight of the scales. I'm all about adding like more contrast, so this is kind of like the highest point, and then obviously the black colors are the deepest shade. So now I'm taking a smaller fluffy brush and just blending some black eyeshadow just above the cut crease on the outer corner, just to add some more dimension to the eye basically, and even the forehead a little bit. And then also the inner corner of the nose just to add a little bit more depth and nose contour there. A little bit of contour under the lip as well, and then back into the cheekbones a little bit. For lips, I had to do the NYX Liquid Suede in the color Amethyst, just to get some purpley vibes on the lips. I have like little lips, so I always like overdo the top lip, but I mean, it looks fine, I think. And then I'm taking the same Liquid Suede lipstick in Amethyst and going underneath the inner corner of the eye, and then also kind of in the inner corner up to the brow. Now I'm just going wild with these like weird crystal things that I found, and I'm just gonna put those kind of in that same spot where I did the purple on the eyes. Now I'm just going in and just amplifying that cut crease with the black liner. Weird face. Back to the lips. I'm kind of adding more of a ombre effect and adding the NYX Liquid Suede in the color Suede. It's like a light baby purple color. It's gonna be a really good color to match with the Amethyst one. I always blend it out with my fingers too. Big on fingers. Going back and contouring. Got a contour of the chest as well. Can't miss that part. Now I'm just gonna define kind of like a snake effect on the neck. So I wanted to give it that like almost like bigger scales. And now I'm just going in with a small, it's also an airbrush paint on my brush there, just to define the scales with a black color. I'm using like a little art brush to do all these details, by the way. Making sure I get the black contrast on both cheekbones and the forehead. A little bit back into the chin as well afterwards. Now also I gotta amplify the neck to match the face, of course. So I got that same little art brush going into the line work on the neck. So obviously I gotta add even more highlight to the lips. So now I'm gonna go and take a NYX pigment, and this is the color Luna. It's a soft lavender sort of holographic feel to it. And then that's not quite enough highlight, so I'm gonna go in with just like a random glitter. It's like a silver thick glitter, and I'm just gonna tack that onto my lips. So there you have it. It's the finished look. If y'all liked what you saw, let me know in the comments below. You can always like and subscribe to my channel. This was my first video I put out, so I need all the support I can get, basically. Thanks so much.